Now the Chiefs have 1st and 10 of the Ram 36 in the eye. Charles with the run, 35-30, breaks it to the right, 25, 20, gets it downfield block, inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Kansas City, and that's the longest run by Charles this year. A 36-yard run by the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher.
That was way back in 2014 when the Chiefs last hosted the Rams in Kansas City. We don't see these guys very often, but it's our matchup this week as the Chiefs aim for their 9th win of the year. Hey everyone, and welcome into our game preview this week presented by Crown Royal. My name is Matt McMullen, and this week we're joined in studio by Charissa Thompson from Fox.
I feel so special. I'm in studio.
Yeah, these are normally on Zoom, but we have you in the building here, so thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
And I want to start talking about this Chiefs offense because once again, some Mahomes magic late in the game against the Chargers. Less than 2 minutes left. Chiefs trailing by 4, no problem. Leads a touchdown drive, finds Travis Kelce for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Trying to keep it rolling here against the Rams defense that's talented, lots of superstars, but for whatever reason, it's been a middle of the pack defense this year in terms of scoring at least. They're the number 17 scoring defense in the NFL. How can Patrick Mahomes and company keep it rolling here against the Rams on Sunday?
Well, you know, I was talking to Patrick a little bit earlier and how difficult it is. You know, I mean, we look at a team like the Rams that have dealt with a myriad of injuries on both sides of the balls, but specifically up front and protecting their, star quarterback. And you realize just how winning a Super Bowl and hosting a Lombardi and then the juxtaposition of not even being maybe even able to get out of your division with a winning record. So it's hard, it's difficult to repeat or even get back into the playoffs. You guys, the Chiefs collectively make it look easy and you're used to winning around here. But I think after what we saw with Patrick and Trav and that group of young guys at SoFi, it's just about next man up mentality, and that it continues to be a testament to Andy Reid and to Patrick Mahomes, and that he makes everyone around him better.
Yeah, the Chiefs are missing Juju Smith-Schuster in that game, Mecole Hardman, Kadarius Toney, all these playmakers, but yet guys like Justin Watson step up, Sky Moore steps up and has a big game, Jody Fortson steps up. So continually we see this offense, guys, they're plugged in and they find a way. Patrick Mahomes finds a way to get them the football. And yeah, they're facing a Rams defense here that has guys like Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, but it just hasn't quite been the defense we expected this year. Now they have been good in a lot of categories. They're yielding the 3rd fewest first downs in the NFL this season, but they have allowed at least 27 points in 3 of their last 4 games. And the Chiefs, conversely, have scored at least 27 points in 3 of their last 4 games. So hopefully those 2 trends can continue here on Sunday. Now looking at the Rams offense, their quarterback situation has been a bit up in the air this week, but it looks like second-year player Bryce Perkins is going to start at quarterback for them. He's a very athletic player, but regardless of whoever's been at quarterback for the Rams this year, this offense has struggled. They're the number 29 scoring offense in the NFL. They lost Cooper Kupp, one of their best players, a few weeks ago. He will not play in this game. He is on injured reserve and will miss the rest of the regular season. He's accounted for 28% of their offense this year, so that's a huge loss for them. They still have some playmakers though, guys like Allen Robinson and Tyler Higbee. How can the Chiefs defense, which is young but made a bunch of big plays against the Chargers last week, take care of business here against the Rams?
Well, just with the Rams, they haven't been able to find a consistent running game. You mentioned Cooper Kupp going on the IR. Allen Robinson, hasn't really been able to fill the spot like they had originally anticipated for, again, in a myriad of different reasons, some of which we may know and not know. But there's just not those stars. They miss Odell Beckham. I mean, what he was able to bring to that offense last year and just that take the top off kind of guy. And unfortunately, they have sputtered and they have yet to find their identity, but it also starts up front. They've had so many different offensive line combinations. They're taking guys off the street, and there's just injuries and injuries. And as we know, that's what happens in this league, especially as the months go on. And it's a very physical game, but they have not been able to be consistent up front. And of course, in Matthew Stafford, in and out of concussion protocols. So for the Chiefs defense, I think more of the same. Just do exactly what they've been doing. Those young guys on the back end have played great football, but unfortunately, the Rams don't have a lot of offense. So if the Chiefs just even give a half of an effort, I feel like against a pedestrian offensive team in the Rams, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, we always talk about skill position players, but football is won in the trenches, right? And you mentioned it. The Rams have had a different offensive line combination, I believe, in every game this season. That's not conducive to winning, and they've struggled this year because of that. This is a proud Rams bunch. They are the reigning Super Bowl champions, so it'll be a challenge for the Chiefs on Sunday, but it's also a great opportunity for the Chiefs to hopefully get their 9th win of the year here at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Charissa, awesome stuff. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I might hang out longer.